name's Chef Mike, and today on Urban Kitchen we're dusting off my grandma's cookbook and bringing out my favorite zucchini bread recipe from her. It makes 2 loaves so you can keep one for yourself and give one away, or keep it in the freezer for another time. For my grandma's zucchini bread, you'll need 1 cup of oil, 3 eggs, 1 3/4 cups of sugar, 3 cups of grated zucchini, which is about 3 or 4 whole zucchinis, a teaspoon of vanilla, 2 cups of flour, 1 teaspoon of baking powder, 1 teaspoon of salt, 2 teaspoons of baking soda, 3 tablespoons of cinnamon, and if you'd like, 1 cup of chopped nuts. So we need to grate the zucchini for the zucchini bread, and you'll need about 3 or 4 of this size zucchini to make 3 cups of grated zucchini. So just use your cheese grater. And the thing about zucchini is that it's very wet. So you want to dry it off a little bit on paper towels. Let it sit on the paper towels for just a minute, and then roll it up. And really give it a good squeeze to try to let the paper towel absorb a lot of the moisture from the zucchini. Okay. This recipe is easy because you don't need a mixer. You're going to do everything in the same bowl. So we're going to start off with 3 eggs. Then we'll add 1 cup of oil, and we need 1 3/4 cups of sugar. There's 1. And then just use a whisk and get that all blended together. Okay, when it's nice and well blended, then we'll add the zucchini that we squeezed out a little bit, and also a teaspoon of vanilla. Just stir that with a spoon, and then meanwhile we will mix up the dry ingredients. For the dry ingredients, just get a separate bowl, and we'll mix together the flour, which is 2 cups. This is the best way to measure flour. If you take a spoon or some other scoop and spoon it into your measuring cup, you'll get a lot more accurate measurement versus dipping your measuring cup right into the flour. It's really important with baking so that you don't have too much flour. Just level it off. 2 cups of flour. And then for the leavening, we're using baking powder. A teaspoon of baking powder, 2 teaspoons of baking soda, teaspoon of salt, and then quite a bit of cinnamon. This recipe uses 3 whole tablespoons of cinnamon, which seems like a lot, and it is, but it really gives it a great flavor. It also gives you a really deep, rich brown color to the zucchini bread. I'll grab this spoon and just mix that together so everything is incorporated. Cinnamon smells great. And then you just have to dump the dry ingredients into the liquid. Stir that together just until everything is incorporated. It's important not to mix too much because then you'll start to develop the gluten in the flour and it'll become tough. If you like, you can also add nuts. I've got 1 cup of walnuts that I toasted and chopped. You could leave those out, or you could substitute something like pecans or almonds would be nice too. So once you don't see any more flour, then that's mixed enough. Baking is really actually pretty easy. Okay, we're ready to put these into our pans. I have 2 loaf pans, and I prefer to use butter or shortening to grease them and then add a little flour versus using the pan spray. It just works a little bit better usually. So just do your best to divide that evenly between the 2. This is going to bake for about an hour. Check it at 50 minutes, and you can use the old toothpick trick. Just stick a toothpick in the center. If it comes out clean, then you know it's done. After it bakes for an hour, then you want to let it cool for about 15 minutes in the pan, then take it out of the pan and let it cool completely. So let's get these into the oven. Well, the zucchini bread is cooled off completely. It looks really beautiful, golden brown and toasty. I'm going to cut some to taste it. You can see inside how beautiful and dark that is. The little flecks of green are really beautiful. This is really great, just a little bit warm. Smear it with just a little bit of butter. Got the beautiful nuts in there too. Give this a try. Brings back a lot of great memories. The other loaf you can freeze, wrap it really tightly in plastic, and then you can have it any other time. It also makes a really great gift. So thanks for watching us today on Urban Kitchen. I hope this inspires you to get into the kitchen and do a little baking next time.